Hey everyone! Messenger Day is the new thing. Everybody's downloading this app, installing it, wondering what's going on, how does it work? Is it just like Snapchat? Yes, it's very similar. However, if you are big on Facebook, this might be just the thing for you, particularly since you already might have an established audience there. Let's actually look at this app and see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and put myself down here. You guys are seeing my mobile screen. I'm using ScreenMeet to do this, and once you install Messenger, you'll see I actually have it on the bottom as a quick draw, basically a quick access on my app because I use Messenger a ton. I use it for my texts and everything like that. So what you're seeing is basically how Messenger is set up. And again, I'm using an Android. It's a Galaxy Note 4, so it might look a little different for iOS. I'm just going to move this down there. So essentially what you can do is it works just like any other messaging app. And what's new with this rollout is now along the top, very similar to what Instagram shows you in their stories, but instead now we have rounded rectangles, is you have people who are sharing their days. This is the Messenger Day that has been added to the existing Messenger app. So what I can do is I can click, and I've already done a couple today, and I'm not going to call them snaps, I'm going to call them day messages. Sure, let's roll with that. So if I click on that, as you can see, it's scrolling through the top. You can see a loading bar telling you how much longer. Goes to the next one. And there's me saying something like that. Along the bottom, you can see I can see who has seen that particular part of my messaging day. There you go. So my options along the top, I can add to my Messenger Day, and you have two different options. You can either click the top left corner, add to my day, or click on the little sun circle at the bottom. Now, if I click on the little sun circle at the bottom, here we are. I am in the interface. For you Snapchat users, this is very familiar, is it not? So from going clockwise top left, I can go back out of this if I don't want to do what I'm doing, but I can X out of what I'm doing, or I can go back into this. I can switch the camera, so you can see my lovely basement stereo system right there. Go back and forth. I can add emojis or filters, and I will say there are a ton more options here as far as the overlays than we have on Snapchat. Okay, usually on Snapchat we've got people who sponsor a day filter. You might see a location one. I'm seeing a ton more of these in here. Looks like they've got regular phrases you can use. You can add things to your day message and things like that. So tons of stuff here. I don't see what the Bitmoji integration. I'm wondering though if that comes along because, as I'll show you at the end of this video, Messenger has a ton more options than just this Messenger Day thing. But let's look more. We have option to add some text here, and I can add smiley faces and go on and on and on and add that there, and it'll let me do if I want to add a black or a white backdrop or nothing. Let's see if it lets me do selecting. Looks like I can, yep, I can copy and stuff, but it looks like I can't really affect at least not on my Android, I can't affect the type text and stuff like that. So I'm going to hit done on that. So there's my little, and I can move this around. Looks like I can pinch it. So I'm using 2-finger pinch to hold it and change it, and you can change it like that. Let's say if you don't like it, you can actually hold it and move it around and then drop it back up in the Dropbox. Also, just like on Snapchat, you can doodle. Now, if you have a stylus, you can get a little more interesting with this, but look at all these colors over here that we have. Tons more colors, a little wider spectrum than we get on Snapchat. Snapchat, I think, is just like maybe 8 to 10 colors. This one, we really can go anywhere in here that we'd like. Let me do like a yellow, and I'll say, do a little smiley face. Okay, and again, if you have a stylus, you can get way more interesting. I've already seen Sean Ayala go crazy and do a Mario drawing, so it's pretty cool. If you want to undo any of that, you can, and hit done. Down here on the left, you'll see that I have the option of taking a prior picture or video and adding it to my day. So if I click on that, it's going to show me anything I've taken in the past day that I could share and upload as my day, which is pretty cool. Oop, let me go back in here. And then again, remember, I can add any number of these. Ooh, little motion filters going on there. If I want to add people to say, let's eat. Oh, look, and see how it's letting me add more than one at the same time, and I want to go crazy and just love everybody. That's pretty cool. TGIF, I already used that one today. So you've got several you can use there. And again, if you want to hide it, you just can. And look, I can actually move that around. Look at that. It's pretty cool. I pretty much am digging that. Okay, so now I'm ready to take my snap. Now I just did a quick shot there. Let's say that I don't like that though. Go back, discard changes. So you can, just like in Snapchat, do a quick snap, or sorry, a quick picture. Let's not use the wrong terminology. Or I can record like this. I'm recording this for a tutorial that I'm doing on how to use Messenger Day. And just like on Snapchat, we have a little dial down here that's telling us how long we have. I'm going to say that's longer than 10 seconds. Looks more like 15. And I'm going to go ahead. Now that I've got this recorded, I can either save it as a video, saved video, and then I can add it to my day. Now, when I add it to my day, I'm going to be taken to a couple options here. So I can add this to my day. That's my top option. This will appear in Messenger for 24 hours. Familiar? Yes. And you can see who views it. Now, let's say that is what I'd like to do. And maybe I'd also like to save it to my camera roll so I can use this later, because as we all love repurposed content. If I hit the little stack of dots there for menu, this is where you can control the privacy. So you could say everyone except, and maybe I want to actually say I don't want my mom or someone to see it, but anyone who's in your Messenger contacts. And by Messenger contacts, these are all your friends on Messenger, okay? You can also set up, maybe you've got some custom lists or something, or some specific contacts you'd like to share this to, okay? So I'm going to select everyone except, and I don't have to accept anyone, so I'm going to go back, and that saves that setting. But just in case you want to make sure some people see it, you could select a couple other people in here too, who you might want to make sure they see how this works, okay? So you can do any of that stuff, and they'll get notified as well. But since, again, I have it set to everyone can see it, my new day is going to show up right above at the top where everybody else's is. And there you go. So again, anyone, and you can see my day just refreshed with the latest day message that I just sent. And so now if I scroll back here, again, this kind of keeps it consecutively with all my Messenger friends who has updated the latest. And I will appear at the front there. And that's basically how you do this, guys. Now, before let me switch over here so you guys can see me and I can talk to you for a little bit. Messenger, again, it looks very similar to Snapchat. I love that instead of in Snapchat where you have, if you want to save or share like a picture, something you've taken, you have to go to memories and kind of go through a bit of a rigorous process to get to that. Instead, in Messenger Day, you can, on Facebook, it shows you that option right away. So you immediately access your camera roll, anything that's in your gallery on your phone, you can immediately share that into your day. It's a lot more seamless than it is on Snapchat. But before we end today's video, I would like to show you a couple other aspects of Messenger. Some of you are just installing Messenger for the first time. I've used Messenger for a few years now. Actually, the mobile app I've used for a few years. I've been on Messenger forever, like over 6 years. So I love it. I use it every day, and I really would like to show you some of the things. So if you're interested in that, stick with me. We're going to hop into Messenger now. So let's get back into Messenger. And I've already gotten a response from my filter for the day. So again, these boxes along the top, the Messenger days, that's a new addition to what we've been seeing on Messenger. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys, now let me hop back in here. You guys know how on Snapchat we've had our little snap code that lets people add us. Guess what? You have that too for Messenger. You've actually had this for a while now. And now it's becoming more clear why this is relevant. So I'm going to show you guys this. You actually have a scannable code and a link to let people immediately get to your Messenger day. So on the screen, again, I'm on an Android Galaxy Note 4, so it might look different, but I'm clicking on that top little right icon. And look, this is a scannable code that is to my Messenger, okay? And I also have a username down here, m.me/RachelMooreRS. That's my particular username. And if somebody were to use that link, they would get to Messenger to me. And this is where, again, I can set all my settings for my day. It takes you back into the visibility of what people can see. But if you are using SMS, you're using Messenger, which I do, to do your texting, you can do that. You can have secret conversations. You can encrypt. Did you guys know you can actually send payments through Facebook Messenger? I have chat heads turned on, which means if somebody sends me a new message via Facebook Messenger, I have a little round pop-up bobble that shows up on my mobile screen. Links open externally, or they can open in that browser, and that's fine. You can switch accounts very easily. But that's all how you can get in there, again, through tapping that top right little icon. And again, any of your messages down here, I really like this feature too, because now, while I can see that Matthew Rappaport messaged me at 11:40 a.m., Mia Voss messaged me a little while ago, but I can also see that she has a day story going on. So I can click that right there and just go ahead and hop in and see her day story. Hey, Mia, isn't that cool? Oh, and let's interact with that a little bit, because look, I can say, haha. Send her a little message really quick. That's pretty cool. And see how it's logging that it sent it to her. So now I've got, not only am I watching her day story, but I'm able to interact with her. Again, very similar to how Snapchat works. But look, I can send emojis. These are all quick little emojis. That, in my opinion, is an improvement on what Snapchat does, because Snapchat, you have to kind of just come up with your own thing, and that's totally fine. But it gives you some quick responses on there too. So as you can see, I can go through here, and that's where I have all my messages. And guys, I have tons of conversations. You can do group conversations, as you can see, with you look up to 25 people, and I'm sure more. I really recommend you don't just invite people to those willy-nilly unless they want to be. But Messenger does a ton of stuff. I want to show you one other thing too. So let's say I'm going to hop in with Ann Wynn. And as you can see in Messenger, I can do a text. I can send a picture or take a picture of myself. And let's see if it actually does it for me. It doesn't look like it's going to load. Okay. I can select from my gallery if I want. I can send her several different kind of emojis. They actually have these sticker packs you can download for free. So you can get all kinds of different cute little animals and things like that you'd like to do. I can invite her to a game. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can invite and actually play against other players in Messenger on games. And then I can also do a voice recording, which I love these. Oh my gosh, it gives you up to 60 seconds of an audio recording you could send to somebody. So in case you just like, oh, I can't type or swipe this right now, I'm just going to do that. But wait, there's more. You can also send money, send your location, send a GIF, request a ride from Uber, set a reminder. We've actually done this between myself and a couple colleagues this last week, where we said, hey, let's chat via Skype or whatever on Saturday at 10, and it sets a reminder for you. You can go to Flipboard. GIFs again, Bitmoji, GIF Legend, and things like that. And look at all these apps. You can draw something, you can do that, Makeup Genius, Spotify, memes, tons of things you can add in here, okay? The list goes on and on. So that's pretty much how that works. I love Messenger. I've been using Messenger every day for the last few years. So it's a great app. I get if people are a little hedgy about using a new app, particularly if it's Facebook. They do allow you to encrypt things, encrypt messages. Like if I go, say, I think Ann and I can do this too. You can actually set it to, I believe you can encrypt it down in here. I'm trying to look at that. So create a group, set an event reminder, and these are all things I can do with her. I know I can set that. Actually, it might be SMS messages is where you can do that. In any case, it does have the option to be able to do that. So let me see if I can actually do it with my friend Jamie. Yeah, so it's got an encryption availability, but it's got a ton of different things in there. So definitely something you can check out. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a pretty quick tutorial, quick and dirty considering how much is in Facebook Messenger. But enjoy the app. Let me know what you think. Add me. You guys saw my code on there, and I'll put it on there too. But make sure you add me, and I'd love to keep messaging with you and dive in, because I'm really excited about what this app's going to do. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.